Oh, that's tasty. That's candy.
Welcome to PricePlow.
Look at this bad boy. What's going on, PricePlow Nation and Primeval Labs Nations? Focus, focus. All right, this is Mike Roberto, founder of PricePlow, and we are back with another Primeval Labs supplement review, and I am stoked for this one because I'm carbing up this month, and this bad boy's got carbs. This is Intracell 7 Black, the newest of the Intracell line from Primeval Labs that has carbohydrates and amino acids and some pump ingredients for you during your training. Now, I am a huge fan. We've actually seen Intracell 7 go through the stages, and now we're in this new black series. I'm a huge fan of this black series. This Mega Pre-Black, oh dude, if you don't want exotic crazy stimulants, that up there is high on the list, like high on the list. And so I am a huge fan of what Primeval's been doing here. And this month I am actually, after having seen my blood work on a nearly carnivore kind of diet, I'm actually testing out what happens with 100 grams of carbohydrates per day, which means I'm trying to smash those in before, during, and after my workouts. So this is perfect timing for this, and especially interesting is that I now have a constant glucose monitor, or CGM, hooked up to my body right here, and so we can test out what happens to this when I use it. Now, right off the bat, since we're talking about the carbs and the blood sugar and all that, this has a 1 or 2 scoop option. And in 1 scoop, we have 9 grams of carbohydrates, 2 scoops, 18 grams of carbohydrates. So what I'm gonna do here is drink 1 pre-workout and do like a touch of just straight caffeine. I don't want a pre-workout to mess my blood sugars or anything. And then during the workout, I'll do the 2nd scoop. So we'll see how the 18 grams of carbohydrates behave. But the carb sources are ones that I have begun to fall in love with after monitoring my blood sugar, and they are working exactly as advertised. Now, where's my phone? Because I want to see. Now, what's funny is that after being on, this is like day 4 or 5 of this experiment, I have kind of reached a bit of a new cruising altitude of my blood sugars. I'm in the low 100s, like all morning long. And so after 100 grams of carbs per day, I'm not really coming down too much. I haven't gone below 90, for instance. So keep that in mind compared to some of the other reviews. But compared to some of the other reviews, we also have been talking about some of these ingredients. This carbohydrate blend has, and now the carbohydrate blend is a proprietary blend. It's in 2 scoops. It's 20 grams worth of material. It's going to get you 18 grams of carbohydrates. And right off the bat, it starts with a pea starch known as Carb-10 from Compound Solutions. And this is the one that I've been so thrilled about because it doesn't make my blood sugar spike. And my theories and my opinions are that when you have a carbohydrate like this, it gets you a little bit of elevation, and that enables you to have energy and glycogen reload and all that for your workout. But doesn't raise blood sugar and thus insulin. I'm guessing this is, my blood sugar levels are kind of a proxy for insulin. It's not gonna spike insulin to the point where I cannot burn fat. And that's an awesome thing. So we're gonna have things be reasonable. But it's in a proprietary blend. That's the first ingredient, it's the main ingredient. That's the one I've been loving lately. After that though, comes palatinose. And that's like a performance-based carbohydrate, kind of similar to cluster dextrin. It's like about half as sweet as sugar. And it's a little bit of it's also lower glycemic, but it's faster acting. And then after that, we have a whole food-based carbohydrate ingredient known as ModCarb. And ModCarb comes from a whole bunch of stuff. Organic oat bran, organic amaranth, organic quinoa, organic buckwheat, organic millet, organic chia, and that's known as ModCarb. And then after that, we have the highly branched cyclic dextrin, also known as cluster dextrin, and that is probably only a little bit of that, but that's the more of the higher insulin spiking, the faster acting, gets in, gets out kind of carbohydrate, and so that's last. This is literally, this is exactly how I do things, and in fact, here's what's happening. So I'm on 100 grams of carbs per day, and that's actually kind of high for me and all that. Even if I was ultra low on keto diet, I want to have my carbs before, during, and maybe after my workout. But I don't know if I want 100 grams. This is the exact dose I'd want. But after that comes the amino acids, and that is now fully open. We have branched chain amino acids of 5 grams, and then nearly a gram of the extra EAAs. So that's gonna help with a little bit more muscle protein synthesis on top. Now these aren't huge doses, methionine is in here in 2 scoops at 20 milligrams. So we gotta have a little bit of fun with that, but I will take some methionine over none, I guess. So as long as it doesn't taste taste too bad because methionine is the one with the sulfur that kind of stinks and everything. I'm guessing with Primeval Labs being the strong flavors they are, we're not going to have to worry about any of that. Then we have electrolytes and 2 scoops, 1.4 grams worth of electrolytes. And so you have everything broken down here. So I got calcium, a pretty decent dose, but not a huge dose of magnesium because you don't want to be going to the bathroom dose of magnesium. And then we have a little bit of sodium, but a little bit more potassium than sodium, which I always like. And after that comes the pump ingredients, and these are the cell hydrating water pump ingredients. Taurine working with glycerol, and then VasoDrive-AP, which actually is not one of the water pump ingredients, but that actually comes off of a fraction of casein protein. And that induces a different type of pump as well. So we have a blog post breaking all this stuff down. I don't want to get too much into it because I'm more interested in how the blood sugar reacts and, quite frankly, how it tastes, because Primeval Labs brings it, and I only have the gummy flavor here. So we are affiliated with Primeval Labs. There is a business relationship, and this was sent for free. Gotta warn you on that. So let's get this review going. But that's what I love about this blood testing stuff. Like, if my blood sugar goes to 400 or something like absurd, then I know something's wrong, you know, and then you know what, the blood work speaks for itself. All right, give me some gummy worm goodness. Oh, we're gonna have to switch to a scoop way. Oh, the smell comes right up. You're like, whoa, there's a candy factory just entered the room. But then at the same time, you always smell a little bit of that pea starch from the carb 10. And so there's gonna be probably a bit of grit from these like real whole food, like base carbohydrate sources. Man, after seeing what I've seen with my blood sugar, I'm guessing the same thing's gonna happen here. I don't care about any grit. I don't care about any like bit of pea starch smell, because this stuff is so good. All right, let's go to camera B for the scoop way out. Let's drink this, have some fun. Get a training session on. My standardization is on my polar heart rate monitor, I burn 800 calories worth, and try to do that within an hour or hour 10 minutes. And then we come back and we're gonna watch what happens. We have a 25cc scooper and we are looking for 17.2 grams of material here. Right on, all right, that's awesome. All right, this thing is nearly perfect. All right, you saw that scoop way out. That worked out well. And I added just a pinch more just to get to that 17.2. So we're gonna drink this. I got some ice cold water. We're gonna torpedo this bad boy right here. I forgot to check. Oh yeah, there's definitely some blue number 1 in here. Maybe a bit yellow. So this is gonna turn green, I'm guessing. So they did not state how much water to put in here. So I guessed with 10 ounces. A lot of times I say like 8 to 12 or something. Plus, if I'm gonna want 2 scoops on a regular day when I'm not like kind of dividing it up, I would want 20 ounces of water with the 2 scoops. So we went 10 ounces here, ice cold water. Look at, oh my God. That's green. It matches my shirt. All right, I'm expecting strong flavors here. Mmm. Oh, that's tasty. That's candy. Gummy bear, but not sour gummy bear. Anyone who, wow, that's appreciated. You gotta expect, honestly, I don't care what aminos you have in here. If you have like 20 grams of carbs or 10 grams of carbs in here, it's gotta taste good. And this does. There was the grit happening in my mouth. And I kind of came in thirsty too, so my mouth was already dry. Oh, dude. I got no problem with this one. Does it taste like gummy bears though? I don't really think so, but it definitely tastes like candy. If you like... Oh, you know what we gotta do before we go any further? Mark our blood sugar at 102, and it is 9:43 a.m. So let's just say I'm taking 9 carbs here, confirm. All right, 9:43, 102 as the starting point. This is the Dexcom G6. So my take, we're gonna BS for a little bit here. 100 grams of carbs has gotten to be to the point where it's, I think, too much for me. Even if I have a lot of fasting, it's not for me. And I noticed a little bit of bloat this morning. I had sweet potato yesterday, which has traditionally been a great carb for me. but I've been loving supplements like this. So I think I know where I'm going to ultimately land with things, but we're going to let the blood work dictate some of that. What's funny is that the blood work that I have right now, coming off of nearly carnivore diet, my testosterone has never been higher. Total testosterone. We got to get into the free testosterone because that looks weird. My doctor said it's all normal. This is like what a low carb diet looks like. So I have some very interesting, unique blood work happening, at least unique to like the general public, not unique to not unique to ultra low carb dieters. I'm so glad that I get a second sip of this though, because this stuff is just delicious and I think it'll water down well. So I'm gonna actually take the second scoop during this work. I'm gonna stretch first, get the shoulder happy. I'm gonna take a second scoop alone with 20 ounces of water. I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be great. Add a bunch of ice because these carb supplements seem to like taste warmer even with cold water. So we're gonna add a bunch of ice and we're just gonna enjoy the shit out of this. Heck yeah. All right. So given what I know on the formula, given what I know on the flavor now, I am already ready to PricePlow prove it. But that's why we got the glucose monitor, because we really actually need to see what happens here. But I'm predicting pretty decent things. I'm going to shoot up to 120, 125 and hopefully stay around there. We'll find out. See you then. Well, we are back 800 calories burned later. If we're worried about our blood sugar spiking too much, well, I got the solution for that, and it's called burpees. Take a look at what happened here. I tanked with burpees even after a scoop of this, to the point where I'm thinking, if you do the real deal high intensity interval training, you either need to be completely fat adapted or you got to be heavier on the carbs to come in, because I was actually fasted before I took this. I didn't mention that in the review. But then you start to see me reload from the second scoop. So I start to slightly go back up. And so I'm reloading and recovering at that point, and that's what I was very excited about. When I saw that number start to drop like that fast, I was like, whoa. My doctor/coach actually said that that might happen with real high intensity interval training. Some of the stuff I've been doing like on the elliptical machine I got, didn't budge my blood sugar, but burpees did. I did 10 rounds, so 10 minutes of 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, and I was hitting it pretty hard. I was getting like 13, 14, 15 burpees in there and really getting after it. So that's how you do high intensity interval training. So but overall, like right now, I'm feeling pumped for myself. I got some veins popping up out of here, and I'm all like, I'm really stoked on this supplement. The one thing is, for some of you, or for some workouts, it actually might not be enough carbohydrates. Normally, on a regular weightlifting workout, like even when I'm like fat adapted or low carb, honestly, this is the exact amount I want. But doing crazy stuff like burpees or insane amounts of sprints, I almost like want to have more. So I'm going to be taking a third scoop of this and doing a little bit of recovery with it. But overall, I felt great during the whole thing. So I saw the blood sugar dropping, and it's like, ooh, I was like, semi-scared, even though I know my body can generate ketones and I'm not going to like go hypo or anything like that. I felt great, as great as you're going to feel with 10 rounds of burpees. But yeah, the taste is fantastic too, and I just drank. So then right after that burpees, after I saw the low number, I just slammed the other drink, and that's where I started getting my blood sugar a little bit higher. But overall, like, I need to 3 scoop this on an insane day, it almost looks like. But on a regular workout, I think 2 scoops would be fine. And yeah, 1 scoop watered down absolutely perfectly in 20 ounces of water. So don't be worried about needing like 10 ounces of water per scoop or anything. Like, just go all in, as much water as you want. Primeval Labs knows how to flavor stuff. So overall, if this is the right amount of carbs for you, you might need to add more. I don't think you should ever like really want less though. I'm all about this supplement. I'm all about the pumps. I'm thirsty. I should have drank a little more because I think I could have gotten a better water pump going. But there's just so many things going on. I ended up doing like half the workout, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. So I was just go. And I legit feel great. But seeing that blood sugar drop means that if you're doing something crazy, you might want even more. Other than that though, I am stoked on this, and I love to see the glycogen refill, but I'm not in some sort of high sugar mode where I don't think I'm gonna be able to burn fat. I honestly believe that this put me in a fat burning state and gave me the energy to do that. So this is really cool. I'm stoked on the supplement. Primeval Labs, great job on the flavoring as always. We know they have a crazy strong rainbow sherbet flavor, so if you I'm not sure if that's in this supplement. Check out PricePlow.com/Primeval Labs and sign up for the alerts because we have stuff that comes out pretty much every month with them. We just wrote about the Glory MV multivitamin, which has some pretty good minerals in there, so check out that blog post. But overall, stoked on the new Intracell 7 Black Series, except y'all might need even more carbs, and that's not always a bad thing, especially if you're doing crazy stuff like burpees. Mike Roberto with PricePlow. I'm out, but we're gonna have to do some fasted burpees and see what happens without any carbs and watch as things just go all over the map. Subscribe to the channel. Let's have some fun with this one.
Welcome to PricePlow.